Hi guys, this is Holiday Inflatable Fanatic, and today I have a review and demo on this Gemmy Life-Size Dancing and Singing Santa. This was sold at Walmart way back when, I would say at least 10 years ago. They made so many models of this guy, so I don't know what particular model this one is, but it was sold at least 10 years ago because, well, I'll go into the backstory in just a little bit. But so I'll be talking about this guy today. I'll go into the details. I'm gonna go through at least two of his songs, and yeah, we'll just take it from there. And you know, uh, I'll talk about and say whatever else I need to say about this guy or want to say about him. So to start off this review, let's take a look at the box. Here is the front of the box. Like the box art on this guy. As you guys can see, it was sold for $59.73, which is a very specific number, but I just rounded it up to 60, which is a really great price for this guy. To think that, it's an entire life size, plus the thing is pretty good quality. I mean, everything still works on mine, and as I said, we've used it every year for 10 years. So before I go into the demo, let's just talk about the backstory because I know I keep hinting at it. So this was originally my grandma's, and the reason why I say it's at least 10 years old is I remember seeing this guy as a toddler. So like when I was 4 or 5, and I know, well, that's at least 10 years ago. I don't know exactly what age I was, but I would say probably maybe 11 years or possibly even 12. I just know that my grandma has had it for a long, long time. And then after my grandma was done using it, she gave it to my aunt. And my aunt used it for a good, I'd say 4 years, and now she gave it to me this year. And I'll probably continue to pass it along, but I'm very happy that I now have it. What's it called? It was very nice of her to give it to me. She just didn't have use for it anymore. And I'm just super excited to use it at my home. And obviously, when my family comes over, they can still enjoy it and, play it and take a look at it. So yeah, that was my backstory. And that was, just pretty much the history of this guy. So without further ado, I know it's already 2 minutes into the video, but let's just get into the demo.
We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, I am married, we'll say, no man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. To face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Season's greeting!
So yeah, that's a great song. That's actually probably one of my favorites, Winter Wonderland. Let's get into the details. So actually, before I do that, I will describe one thing that happened to this guy. So there was one thing broken about him, or not broken, but one issue about him, and it was that his right arm was broken off from his body. So when I was at my aunt's house, and this was back in like October or September, this was before she said she was going to give it to me, but I took it out of her garage, and I knew it always had this problem, and I attempted to fix it. So I took off the shirt and everything, and I was actually able to fix it, as you guys can see, because it's working smoothly now. And I actually used, and this is going to sound the most bizarre thing ever, but I literally used the plastic handle to a tub of pool chemicals to fix this. Don't ask me how I did it, or the steps or the process in which I took to repair it, because I completely forgot. I just know that when I was fixing it, I was in the zone, and well, it worked because, well, obviously his arm now moves, and I think I played this thing at least 20 times since she's given it to me, so it's definitely holding up and it's definitely durable. So that was the one thing I wanted to say about his arm, but now we can get into the details. I know I keep saying details. So here's the base. I really like the base on this guy because it has this wood grain texture and it adds a really nice effect to him. It makes it look really rustic and it makes it look like an antique almost, and I really like that about him. He has this red try me button, nice quality button. It works very smoothly. You don't have to press too hard. It goes automatically even with a light press. He has his black boots, and then behind him is all the, if I can get it to focus, which is going to be quite difficult. There we go. The volume control, mic jack, aux jack, and then the 9-volt DC adapter jack. And yeah, and then somewhere, oh, here it is. I couldn't even see it through the camera, is the on-off switch or mod setting. So there is a microphone setting where if you plug a microphone in, there is one included, and if we still have it somewhere in that box. But if you plug a microphone in and you sing through it, his lips move to whatever you're saying, and then his head also moves. He doesn't dance during that mod, but his head and mouth does move. So yeah, that's just a cool just characteristic about him. Now, getting into the clothing, he has this really nice, like, red velvet material used throughout him, used in his jacket, his pants, and even his hat. And then he also uses this nice, fluffy, white material, which is used on his cuffs, down the center of his jacket, around his neck, the base of his legs, or the end of his pants, and even around his hat and the little pom-pom at the very end of the Santa hat. And then lastly, his the white material that goes down the center of his jacket is embedded with these gold buttons, which really look nice. And then he has this giant belt with the buckle that says SC on it, which obviously stands for Santa Claus. And then this material is like a fake leather. Now, most importantly, let's take a look at his face. Sorry, guys. He has a lot of detail on his face. I even like how they airbrushed the little wrinkles within his forehead. They airbrushed his eyebrows and mustache, and then they even, not eyebrush, did I say eyebrush? Well, I meant airbrush, but they even airbrushed his cheeks with a pink to make them look rosy. His eyes are a nice blue color, and then these glasses are like actually real glasses. I mean, this is plastic, but this is metal, and I mean, if you took it off, you could probably actually wear them. I mean, that's how good quality they are. And last but not least, and this is my favorite part about him, is his beard. I really like the plastic beard instead of the, I guess, material beard, because after, a couple years of putting them out, they get all tangled and they don't look as well. And this thing holds up. I mean, if you get them cracking it, there's nothing you can really do about that. But this plastic material is pretty good, and unless you like drop it or something, the head, which won't happen, it's gonna stay in pretty good condition. You have his ears, and then at the very top of him, he has this piece of holly. And then the last thing I almost forgot is his hands, but there's not much to talk about his hands. It's just a typical, human hand mold, and hey, it serves the purpose and it looks good. So that's going to be pretty much everything about this guy. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'm gonna end this video off with him doing another song, and that will be the video. So let's do that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a piggy pudding. Oh, bring us a piggy pudding. Oh, bring us a piggy pudding. And Christmas, everybody!